What's up, guys? Welcome back to another behind the scenes vlog of The Reckoning. We are actually on set of The Reckoning right now. This is where The Reckoning Haunted House part of the movie was actually filmed at. Yep. This is my good friend Lorenzo's apartment. What's up, man? How you doing? Anyway, we are here to talk about one of the most intense scenes that we've ever shot for that movie. Yeah. And you already know already know what scene I'm talking about without even telling me.
Yep. That was a very doozy of a scene. Literally put everyone he put everyone on the spot. Like no take, it's like one take on the spot.
That's true. It was one take. Absolutely.
And had me over the camera. I had to go ahead and record the process of what we're filming. And I was very nervous for the sense of that. I at one point didn't want to tell him because I know if I would have told him, he would have probably freaked out. He would have worried even more. But what I was trying to kind of hint to him and kind of tell him was like, hey bro, I'm filming this, but the sun is in my eyes and I can't see nothing. I hope this comes out great. I hope this is great for you. And he wanted to tell me that yeah, it was awesome and they did a great job. But throughout the whole process, and it was what, like, you posted it up and like we talked about it like what, maybe like a week or two later. And throughout this process, I'm like, man, I just hope that he's not gonna come back at me, you know, all upset because we needed to do it again. But luckily, that wasn't the outcome from what he has told me. Yeah. So. You know,
and I'm saying this on video right now. I'm so glad you didn't tell me that before before we started filming, or even during the process. Yeah, because you could know that I could always edit it out.
No, yeah, but that was something that it could not be edited out. I knew that the editing was, there was no magic wand, there was no magic stick, there was nothing you could have done. So I was like, luckily, I know as far as my film working process goes, I know how much to stay in the camera, how to stay in focus, and for it to comes out looking fine, looks the way that it needs to look, and not shaking, or you're like looking over there, you like can't even see my face or your face or anybody else's face, so it wouldn't have made any good thing. So. I'm glad that it came out.
Yeah. No, and the reason it was so intense to shoot was actually because...
Oh, yeah, no, was more to...
Yeah, I wanted to separate this video into two perspectives, because his perspective, as you can see, is pretty crazy. The fact that you couldn't see what you were filming.
Nothing.
And you were actually sitting in the back seat.
No, I was laying in the back seat on the floor.
Oh, you were laying. Okay, I didn't know
kind
that.
Of like on the back seat, on the floor, at top of an angle. It was. It wasn't a very pleasant type of shoot. But hey, I'm glad that I'm glad that I got the shot.
And you didn't tell me that when we actually talked about this. That you were kind of laying to the side.
Bro, is that everything was happening like that day was the day that it was like. Everything was on the spot. Everything, we had probably thought about it or whatever we wanted to do, but it was literally, everything was on the spot. We had to make it happen like
one take.
Like now. It's like, hey, 1, 2, 3, go. It's like, we can't stop, no. And on top of that, if I could allow myself to continue with the story, yeah, the pressure, that part was pressure in itself as well, but there was more pressure that other people for taking of this film was worried. Some of us didn't, but I know that my friend here, he was worried.
I was shitting bricks.
He was worried that we were gonna get pulled over.
Oh my
we were
God.
gonna go get locked up because
Yeah.
because of the whole thing of the other person that we had to go ahead and put on a ski mask
That's the
in the
reason
middle
why.
of the day in not an abandoned parking lot, but a parking lot that
Right behind my job.
what are you
job.
doing here, bro? And a guy like locked up in a car with a ski mask. Yeah, it was totally like, you know. And you told me that once it was he saw one car, but then later on, I think you told me that it was two cars.
Yeah, because what happened was that first of all, the driver, who was played by my good friend at work, Ronaldo Cardenas. So if you're watching this, thank you, man. I appreciate it. Did a hell of a job, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, the original idea for that scene, believe it or not, was, and I told you about this, it was for him to wear black sunglasses with a black hat and a black COVID-19, one of those N95 masks.
Yep.
And the reason for that is because I didn't want to draw any attention to someone wearing a mask in the front seat in broad daylight.
Yeah.
But then,
that went off the roof.
yeah.
Oh.
But then he actually told me, he's like, I don't have a COVID-19 mask, but I do have a ski mask. And I was like, what? Bring that shit.
And that type of ski mask that it was a very interesting ski mask because it had some very nice writing onto it. And I was like, oh, okay.
And the thing is that he didn't have any tinted windows in his car. And
That as well. I mean,
that's what. And the interesting thing was that and that's the reason why when the cars were passing by, there were two cars that passed by, not at the same time, but like within like 15 seconds apart, something like that. Yeah. And one car passed by. It was that scene. If you rewatch it again, you'll notice when I looked up.
Yeah.
It was when I was about to drink the black liquid, I believe.
Yeah.
And I was like, I noticed right when I said, "Oh, I'm not drinking this shit."
Yeah. Like, I don't want
And
this.
then I saw the car, and I'm like, okay, I need to speed this up a little bit because that car just passed by. I don't know if they saw
or if they were gonna call somebody.
exactly.
That's the other part that you had in mind as well. And I was like, and I didn't even know until. So it was a double effect. You didn't know about the camera angle, and I didn't know about the whole effect about the.
Which is
the
why
cars,
I wanted to
I
do
just
this.
thought it was normal, you know.
Which is why I wanted to do this video in two different perspectives, so
Yeah.
you can see the craziness.
No, it was
And
the pressure that it was
yeah.
that I felt, you know, as like you know, as an actor, as a performer, you know, I was like the you lit up the fire right on my eyes, like, oh yeah, I'm here. Make sure I don't fuck this up, but yeah, it came out fucking awesome, bro. It came out awesome.
Thank you. Yeah, no, but the thing was that the reason it was one take, the reason I said it had to be one take, is because the black ink liquid that I created, the reckoning cocktail, I guess we could call it, right? I only had one shot glass worth of liquid. And the original idea was for my character to actually drink that in one sitting, to drink the whole thing.
Yeah.
But because the car passed by the first time, I'm like...
And then the second time...
Exactly. That second car didn't help at all. I don't know, did you notice the second car?
I noticed the second one.
Oh, you
the
saw
first one, I didn't see. Again, I was leaning like this. I couldn't see anything.
Yeah.
So it was hard for me as well, but... Yeah,
and the other reason why it was supposed to be one take was for the contract part of the scene where the masked driver handed me the contract. I only had one contract, it was because I was like already in my mind. I was like, I need this scene to look to come out great because I knew it had to be done in one take. Broad daylight, ski mask in the front seat.
Yeah.
I mean, thankfully, someone up there must love me.
Yeah.
Nobody called the cops.
No. Luckily.
But it was because of the whole deal that the driver in the front seat was wearing a ski mask and that he didn't have a
and then
didn't have
and even if you think about it, let's say they got to, depending on the time that it happened, maybe they saw the person's ski mask, and then maybe they saw you drink something.
Right.
So this could have been really blown out of proportion. It could have really been blown out of proportion. We could have really been, gone down for this stuff. Even though that we're messing around or whatever, but still, the risk is definitely there.
Absolutely, and that's what makes it so intense. Is that it had very real risk to it, even though it was all scripted. And here's the interesting thing: is that yes, we knew it was scripted, but we still felt that energy because the energy in the car, the silence in the scene that's how I wrote it. I wrote it as like everybody is in the Reckoning crew is silent because silence
speaks louder.
Exactly. Speaks louder, but it shows more control. It shows more strength when you're silent.
Yeah.
And so that's why I wrote it out that way. And my character in the film, as you notice, as soon as I got in the car, it looked like I was nervous, and I actually was nervous. I really was nervous when I got into the car because of.
Hey, you did kind of stumbled into the car, when you first opened up. You talk about when you first went into the car.
When I first got in. I really
stumbled a little. If you don't remember that, I know you're kind of like, oh, whatever. I just let the story continue,
But I really didn't have to act. I wasn't acting in that scene. I truly was nervous because of the whole concept that we were just talking about. The ski mask, the no tinted windows. The fact that we're filming this behind my job.
And in broad daylight.
Yeah.
Everybody can see us.
I mean, it was just so many, one take, the fact that it had to be on one take. And the thing was that I told my friend, I said to him, I don't want you to put the ski mask in front of me right now. I want to see you with that ski mask for the first time.
Yeah, when you come to the car.
I can have that feeling of how would it feel like if I was thrown into that scene exactly. Correct. And I think that was a brilliant move on my perspective because what I did was I said, I'm going to walk out of the car. Give me at least 20 seconds. Okay? Give me at least 20 seconds. And then I'm going to turn back. I'm going to give you a signal. And you just start recording. Now, what I saw through my eyes, so you can see my perspective. What I saw, as soon as I turned around, the first thing I did was, God, I hope there's no cops around me right now. Because it's scripted, but still, So I was looking around. That's the first thing I did. I looked around. But then what really got my heart racing was the first moment I saw my friend with the ski mask. Because I didn't know what he looked like in that moment. Yeah. And the thing was that he was really good at it because he had both his hands on the steering wheel and he was looking forward. So it wasn't like the energy, you could feel the energy. And the fact is that we have the flash on the camera right now on.
Yeah.
And you were filming with the flash on, and the flash, I saw that from the window.
Yeah.
And it just made everything even more intense. Yeah. So when I got into the car, I didn't have to act. I really was nervous.
You were literally feeding off of the vibe of what was happening. You're feeling the nervousness of your going through.
And even now, like going back to it, it's just, it was crazy.
It was intense.
And because it was that intense, it's one of my personal favorites.
Yeah, that's that.
You know,
that was. We've recorded a lot of things throughout this process, and that has to be the top one on there. That we just had to really acting on the spot, like
Yeah.
no, here's another take. No, honestly, like now, like
Yeah. That.
and you do you can't you understand, like at least I understand that you really can't fuck up, bro. You can't really mess this up because
Oh no.
if you mess this up, it's not gonna. You don't have another chance.
Well, we could have had another chance,
Yeah,
but it would have been a lot more difficult.
But I myself didn't know that. I took it as like how you said it.
Oh,
we only have one take, guys. You are the producer, right? So I have to take whatever the producer is telling me. Okay, all right, producer. One take. But one take. I'm like.
There was a lot of pressure. There was a lot of pressure.
I never had to do something like that. As far as like, okay, you only have one take. You can't mess up. You can't forget your lines. You can't forget this. You can't forget that. You can't forget the camera angle. You can't forget the flash. There's like so much things that went up on it. And it's like, yeah, the pressure. Whew. The pressure was on, bro. The pressure was on.
That's what
the pressure was on.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah. I don't know how this is gonna be, but I'm glad. I'm glad at the end that it came out the way that it has.
Yeah.
It's come out awesome.
Yeah. And and I've said this before. I appreciate your help. For opening up your apartment to film the haunted house part of the film that you saw. That was intense. That was another crazy thing. Yeah. There was a lot of improv in that. I think we'll make a separate video. We might have to make a separate video.
Yeah, sure.
On the improv that behind the scenes,
Sure, of the making of it. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
We'll give them more of a detailed.
Because if not, this would be 1 hour long.
Nah. Giving us the time.
Yeah.
1 hour. That's too short.
Yeah.
That's not enough.
But anyway, thank you, man. Appreciate it. Thank you so much.
No problem, man.
Thank you guys for tuning in. And if you haven't seen, well, no, you've seen The Reckoning if you're watching this.
Right now,
because this has a lot of spoilers.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen that movie.
Yeah.
But thank you for watching The Reckoning. I appreciate it so much. I got way more projects, just project upon project upon project lined up.
Yep.
I gave you a little sneak peek, just a tiny outline of it, but not even close, man.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. I'm David Starks. This is my good friend Lorenzo. And we will see you guys next time for another behind the scenes video.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens.
We'll see what else I have laying around myself too. There's other things working in the backgrounds going on, so stay tuned, like he says.
Yeah. Take care, guys.